Hi everyone, this is my run on Queen's Lost Chapters Lufenia Plus, and this run here is going to be a no enemy turn run featuring actually the same strategy that I used in the previous Lufenia stage, the one with the Lamia Queens. So here I'll be using a party comprising of Fran, Machina and Bartz with a Twins friend support. The idea behind this strategy is since the bosses start with an orb count of 10, you want to use the first 9 orb counts to set up all your relevant call debuffs, and then going into BT plus with Bartz, Machina and Twins, as well as charging your summon meter with the various launches that you have in this party. I'll also be including description in the video description as well about the turn order that I took. So essentially the first 9 turns is pretty critical because the orb count of 10 makes it a little bit tight. But what I do is reset the fight until Fran goes first and Machina goes second. On Fran's turn, I have her use the Keiss LD call, Keiss base call, and then Fran's LD. And what's important here is to actually break all 3 enemies in the correct order so that you can break delay them appropriately. And that is actually very critical to ensure that you get enough turns in to charge your summon meter as well as launch the enemies. During Machina's turn, I start off with the Rain's base call just to turn manipulate Fran so that she goes again after that. And then I have Machina use LD, and his LD will launch the enemy due to the Keiss base call that I previously used. I then use Rain's LD call to get Rain's LD aura up on Machina, and then I end his turn using his BT plus. At the end of all that, you should only have 3 turns remaining on the orb, which is just nice because right here I'll be swapping Fran out for Twins friend support and then going to BT plus with Twins, and then on Bartz's turn right after that I'll be going BT plus on Bartz, which should end the setup phase and allow me to go straight into summon phase after that. I am only using a 3 turn Twins friend support mainly because I didn't have a 5 turn friend available. But on this strategy, 3 turns Twin support is actually enough. You need to kill the bosses right after summon mode anyway, because otherwise the orb will take down to 0 and you'll be eating some HP damage there. So here I'm just ending the final turn where the orb count is 2 using Bart's BT plus, and that will bring the orb count to 1. And notice here that it's quite important to break the enemies in order because just nicely on Bartz's turn, he break delays target A, which allows me to get 1 turn with Twins here to pop summon mode. So inside summon mode, you should have a very similar turn order. So what you want to do here is every time Twins get a turn, you just want to spam Mega Flare, and that is to bring down the boss's HP so that you can finish them off in Machina's burst later on. During Machina's first turn, he actually has 2 turns inside summon, as you can see. His first turn, you just want to use his HP burst attack, and the goal here is to push his second turn out of summon, and you can easily do this just by having Bartz use his additional ability as well as Cait Sith LD call on his turn. So here I'm at Bartz's turn, so right here I use his additional ability to gain 1 stack of his BT aura and to push Machina's turn 1 turn away. And then I use the Cait Sith LD call to buff everyone up and get the Cait Sith LD call aura, and this should also nicely push Machina's turn to be right outside the summon mode, which is ideal. I end the turn using Missile, just mainly because Missile adds a generic defense down debuff, which at least helps a little bit during the later parts of the fight. So here's my third and final turn of the Twins friend support, but really 3 turns is all you need. So if you don't have any active Twins friend, you can just go through your friends list and find a 3 turn Twin support. It's really good enough. And here the orb count is at 1 and I need to kill off the bosses, but this is where Machina comes in. So at this point, setup is complete. I have everyone fully buffed, all the BT plus aura set up, and the relevant LD call auras as well, which is Reigns and Cait Sith set up as well. So Machina goes straight into BT mode. So on Machina's BT mode, you have 6 turns of action and 1 BT finisher. All I'm doing here is using 2 HP attacks per target, and that should actually be enough to finish off the bosses. They do buff themselves with an HP shield halfway through, but that only absorbs about 200,000 HP damage per boss, which is really very little considering that you're doing more than 1 million damage per attack anyway. So some alternative options for setup. Ideally, you want to try to stack HP damage up effects because the bosses will get a 100% HP damage resist aura at 79% HP. So the HP damage up effects from Bartz and Twins aura and the debuffs that you set will help to mitigate this. I used mainly the Fran in the main party for that purpose, and then I have Bartz and Twins support here to provide more HP damage up effects. You can also consider things like Kurasame LD call or Mariah LD call for their HP damage up effects as well. And if you don't have Fran, you can consider maybe using Auron at the start, because Auron's LD also provide a 20% HP damage up effect. But you can see there's actually quite a little bit of leeway here, in the sense that before I reach the BT finisher, the 6 HP attacks is actually enough to kill all the bosses already. So even if you're a little bit behind, you should be able to finish off the bosses with Machina's BT finisher at the end. So that's it for this fight. As always, I hope the video has been helpful, and if you do enjoy the content, please leave a like, comment or subscribe. It really helps a lot. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next Lufenia fight. Bye!